refuse. I mean, a big upset, 2 upset, knocked off Trinity Catholic with the buzzer. Robert Rogers scored that one. Salmon big on rebounds. And then here the other night, holding Fairfield to just 6 points in the last quarter in winning that game. So 2 major upsets. They come into this game pumped up.
Charles Bentley always does a tremendous job, as does Barry McLeod at Central. He's got arguably the best player in the state in Terrell Taylor. He does so many things so well.
Bill, first time I saw him the other night, he impressed me. He's a PTP or primetime player, you know, as Dick Vitale would say. I was so impressed with him. Had a lot of pressure. Was able to come away with 36 points, dish the ball out. But then also you got to look out for Rosario. You got to look out for Moncrief. The only problem tonight they're going to face is a lot of pressure. We're going to have to see how their guards handle that.
Well, a lot of pressure and a lot of history. Remember, Central hadn't beaten Harding in almost 20 years. It was 18 years before Central finally beat Harding earlier this year. But now the Presidents want the tradition back. What will happen? What do you think?
Well, Bill, that game was only an 8-point ball game, and tonight, I mean, I've got to favor Central because of Taylor. He's such a phenomenal player. But after watching Harding out here with that pressure the other night, this is going to be a very close game.
Well, we'll see how close it is. We'll be back with the start of the contest between Harding and Central, the FCIAC Boys Basketball Championship, in just a moment. Stay with us.
I'm Ben Stein. I don't sing. However, I do enjoy fierce competition and the advancement of knowledge, both of which you'll find in abundance on my TV show.
Win Ben Stein's Money is a new game show for those who stayed awake in class. It pits contestants against Ben Stein, the first game show host with the guts to put his money on the line. Win Ben Stein's Money every Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and 11:30 p.m. at Comedy Central.
Watch Comedy Central on Cablevision.
Over the years, Larry's talked to almost everybody. Guests later, he's the undisputed king of talk. Larry King Live, weeknights 9 Eastern on CNN.
Welcome back to the Pitt Center. A raucous crowd on hand here. Pitt Center filled to capacity. 3,000 plus on hand to watch the Battle of Bridgeport between Harding and Central. And of course, there's Harding, led by their head coach Charles Bentley. It's not Harding ball, it's Bentley ball. How many state championships? 8. How many? They've been in the FCIAC for 5 years. How dominating of a team have they been? Well, it's incredible. Looking at their lineup along with Central's, you see Jason Holyfield starting along with Robert Rogers, and Lenny touched about him a little bit in the pregame. Michael Petway will be in the middle. Travis Baldwin and Chaz Rogers will play. But you'll see a lot of other players, including Antron Sistrunk. Remember that. On the other side, Central, Terrell Taylor gets the start along with Mike Rosario. We saw him play a very good game earlier this year against St. Joe's. Winston Moncrief in the middle. Big Reggie Graves does a lot of things also. And Shasta Iyamu is the little guy in the backcourt, keeping the team in order. Well, we're just about ready to get this one underway as the Hilltoppers ready to jump it. Along with Harding, the officials for tonight's game. There you see Corky Schofield along with Steve Donahue and Vinny Hirschbeck. Yes, and that's one of the Hirschbecks of the umpiring brothers. But this one about to be thrown up, and we are ready to get this game underway. It's tossed up, controlled, and Harding takes it. Harding, the underdog, but they've been throughout the tournament. First shot of the game off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Central. In the front court, the anticipation and the steal. Chaz Rogers doesn't get it to go. However, Travis Baldwin may have pushed him aside in an effort to get the basketball.
And again, Bill, with that pressure that Harding likes to use, they came up with a quick steal right off the bat. And right now, they're going to press. They full court pressed against Catholic, and they also did it against Fairfield the other night.
Well, trying to get the ball in and successfully doing so. There's Terrell Taylor. Keep your eye on him, boy. Some of the moves he had against St. Joe's were impressive. But there he gets it stolen. Petway takes it. And Harding on the initiative. But Taylor takes it back. He's got numbers. The lead pass and the finish. What a way to start.
That was Rosario, Bill, with the basket.
So they start off in hot fashion. And a whistle going, a traveling violation. So just like that, the tide has turned. And watch Harding now. They're going to make wholesale substitution. 5 different players are now coming into the game, including somebody we talked about at the start of the show, Salmon, along with Antoine Sistrunk. Paul Brown also in. Charles Bentley getting the start. That's his, it's almost like he runs it the way hockey teams run their lines. Taylor trying to dribble through some pressure. Getting the opportunity and the pull-up. Winston Moncrief gets it to go. And it's 4-0 Central. Good defensive pressure applied. Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. Underneath, strong move, shot blocked by Moncrief. And the attempt by Sir Snowden.
And again, Bill, over the past couple of weeks with that win streak and also the playoffs, they've been dominant off the boards. And again, they're going to have to defeat the pressure here. So far, doing a decent job.
Well, Taylor's going to pull up, and he nails it. A three-pointer for Terrell Taylor, and just like that, it's a 7-0 advantage, but quickly Harding comes back and cuts it to 7-2.
Nice job by Paul Brown that time as he drove the lane to put the Presidents on the scoreboard.
Graves gets it taken from him momentarily. Harding contests everything, and you'll see that. And that's a trap. That's what good defense does for you. So a travel on Moncrief just underway. 5 minutes, 35 seconds in the first quarter of an exciting FCIAC Boys Basketball Championship here at the Pitt Center, which hasn't seen this type of crowd in its history. Last year they had some tremendous numbers. Well, another substitution shift. 3 new players coming in. There's actually 4 as 4 leave in droves. Coach Bentley, over 20 years at Warren Harding High School. And
here they come with the pressure, Bill. They're going to try to double, triple on the trap.
Bernard trying to dribble through. That's off the hands of Rosario, but it's out of bounds, and Central retains. They may get points, but they're going to have to earn them, Lenny.
They sure will, but then again, with Taylor out on the perimeter and Rosario and Moncrief up on the inside, they look for the rebounds, Bill, and also the putbacks. But yes, you're right. They're going to have to get across the midcourt, and it's not going to be easy tonight because of that double and triple pressure and trapping at the midcourt.
Well, what I want people to see throughout this game is watch how many times as Taylor shoots out no good. The rebound is blocked. Rosario never got it off, and Harding in transition. The pull-up shot off the side of the iron, but the rebound underneath couldn't go by Rogers, still alive. That was Robert Rogers, and Central comes away with it. Now that pass was thrown out of bounds, but it was last touched by Harding. So Central will retain possession.
And again, Bill, that pressure will create the turnovers and havoc and slow down that offense.
You look at some of the Sacred Heart people in the background. It's Gary Reho, the facilities director, along with Don Cook, the athletic director at Sacred Heart. That errant pass stolen, then taken back, then stolen, then taken back, and then it traveled. But what I wanted to say earlier was count how many times Harding deflects a pass. How many clean passes are in a series? Hardly ever.
And even Sistrunk, Bill, earlier a couple of minutes ago, was able to block one of those passes from Taylor.
And a long lead pass down. It was deflected. Reggie Graves has it. He then pulls up, but he traveled before he got the shot off. Well, a skip pass may work. Harding not hitting their shots early on. Rogers' shot, Chaz is off the mark. Now Taylor, realizing the defense got back quick, and then a soft pass taken, but then Central hustles and gets it back. Good work there by Rosario. Now Taylor, he'll pull up. Shot blocked by Harding. Good hustle, though, by Central to keep it alive. But then stolen back. This is what you're going to see a lot of. Now it's 3-on-1. Coming in for the finish, couldn't get it to go, was Petway. And boy, there is a lid on that rim early on for Warren Harding High School.
Yeah, you could sense a little bit of the toughness of Bill, and things not going their way. We're going to take a look. And that is Mike Petway as he comes in, and the rebound by Graves, and the ball goes out of bounds.
So off the inbounds, again, it is Harding. Sir Snowden in the game. There's a good look now at Paul Brown. Now getting it down low, Salmon. He had a good game the other day against St. Joe's. Misses that one as it goes in and out, but Sistrunk steals. Taking it right back quickly. The Hilltoppers.
Frank Peel, Bill, with the ball.
Well, Frank Peel having some trouble, but trying to dribble through. Of course, you know, we talk about the great coaching job that Charles Bentley has done, but hey, let's not forget Barry McLeod. 4 years ago, Central was 0-20. Now they're 20-2. So in 4 years, that's a heck of a turnaround for McLeod, who was a great player at Notre Dame of Fairfield years ago with Frank Olenek, who later went on to the NBA. I think he's here at the game somewhere. That jump pass may have gotten caught in the air. Quickly kicking it out, he traveled.
So, Bill, for over the last minute and a half, we have yet to have a point here. We've been sitting at 7-2. And again, so wholesale changes by the veteran coach Charlie Bentley, who actually, Bill, when they first came in that 93-94 season, won the FCIAC, then they won in 96-97.
Yep.
So this is Charlie's third trip here for Harding.
Well, we broadcast the game a couple years ago. Nobody gave Harding a chance back then, too. They had such tremendous height at St. Joe's. But the contesting and all the good passing, as that will be Harding's basketball, they'll retain. But all the greatness of the Harding team showed on that team as they ended up knocking off St. Joe's after being down by 14 at one stage. Jump pass, the kick out, letting it go, but hitting it off the mark is Travis Baldwin.
Yeah, Harding
comes away with it.
Harding unable to come up with that rebound.
We're waiting for an opportunity now. Moncrief with the head fake. Shot is up. Count the basket. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Shot was almost blocked, but Moncrief, who goes about the 6'6", Bill was able to get off the shot. He'll go for the three-point play as he gives. See him on a nice fake there, and jumper and swish.
This to give the Hilltoppers a 10-2 lead at 2:38. He has 5 points now. Travis Baldwin, his pass taken by Taylor. In transition, foul, and a hard one, clean by Petway.
That's the kind of game, Bill, the presidents don't want to get involved with as far as Harding. There you'll see Peel now driving up and coming right in to create the foul was Mike Petway as he trips the ball carrier there, and will be inbounded by the Hilltoppers.
Now lobbing it in, getting an opportunity, bombing away, shot there off the mark by Rosario. Dominique Jones now in the game, first time. Also in the game, he just made an entry pass. I think you'll recognize the name. Charles Bentley is number 5. Yeah, that's the same guy. It's the same
son.
Same father and son combination.
He's only a freshman, too, Bill.
Only a freshman. Saw him play a little bit last year in the summer league game. Good young player. He's got some good upside. There's a good look at Charles. That's Coach Bentley's son. By the way, coach and the staff, they're dressed to the nines right now as another Hilltopper substitution checking into the game. That's Iyamu. But, yeah, the coaching staff for Hillhouse dressed to the... There they are. Look at them, huh? I mean, they look sharp. Like, you know, and they dress as a team. Sometimes they go the casual look with the jackets and the sport coats. And other times they go, that ball's off of Harding's hands. Other times they go with the, warm-up look.
A ball off of Charles Bentley that time. The Hilltoppers take it in.
Terrell Taylor with the basketball, looking to break pressure. He'll dribble it over. Now thinking about it, but not doing anything. Central looking to pass the ball. It's taken away, batted down. Clemente Lovelace now into the game for Harding. Travis Gorham there underneath, saves it in, tried to, taken by Chaz Rogers. Running the floor 2-on-4. NA opts to kick it back out, and Dominique Jones resets. Here's Jones, tried to pass it in the lane. Now a kick-out opportunity, Lovelace, and they reset with Chaz Rogers. He tries to take it up, but he was fouled trying to go up. So a foul is called.
You'll see as he was driving, he's hit by number 32 there, Travis Gorman, who goes 6'3", junior.
There's a look at Coach McLeod. Again, we told you what a tremendous job. Remember, 0 wins 4 years ago, 20 wins this year.
Yeah, he has sold his program, Bill, and it's just been outstanding effort by him and also a combination of the young men.
Well, that's a long save-in attempt as Central tried to steal it, and then they tried to toss it back, but they couldn't. So Harding will get possession. It's 10-2 with 1:10 to go. Normally you think of a 10-2 game, there's no excitement. There's been plenty of excitement here. Just great defense.
Unfortunately for the Presidents, the ball just has not fallen through the hole for him.
The ball's been rim repellent so far, but again, it's something that they'll try to retain. Sistrunk having trouble trying to kick it out again. He does. Ball, Brown feels double team pressure. That was last touched by Brown and out of bounds. So the pressure caused the turnover. And look at an animated Coach McLeod, and rightly so.
Well, he knows he's going to get the pressure on his offense, so his defense doing a good job right now, too.
Well, we asked him, Lenny, are you going to change anything? He's not going to change anything. I mean, these two teams know each other. They know what they're going to do and how they play. No sense in trying to change. They're a running, moving team. They'll try to do that. That kick-out pass never got there. Paul Brown with the opportunity. In transition on Taylor. Lays it up. Doesn't go in. Another opportunity. And finally, Sir Snowden gets it through.
Yeah, good job that time, Bill. The Presidents hung with it, tapped it back, and Snowden finally get the basket. And here's another steal.
With 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. A nice save in Biaz, but he couldn't stay in. As Dennis Biaz didn't stay in. So 9.7 seconds to go. Frank Peel back in the game for Central. Here's Peel with the opportunity, but it's stolen again by Antoine Sistrunk, who lays it up and in. So just like that, as time winds down in the first quarter, Harding comes back, and they're now down only 4 after 1. It's Central 10, Harding 6. We'll be back with second quarter action in our Physicians Health Services FCIAC Game of the Week in just a moment.
Wonderfully scary.
And pleasantly hairy.
Delightfully very.
It's the Addams Family.
Welcome to the Addams Family.
family, what a crew, the Addams family, coming to the Addams family. Now! Welcome to the Addams family, how you do, the Addams family, coming to the Addams family. Now! Snap, snap!
There aren't too many second chances in life, so HBO is bringing you Second Chance Tuesday. Because how often do you get another shot at something you missed? Like this, or even this. Every Saturday on HBO, you're guaranteed a new movie. What you might not know is that you get another crack at it Tuesday night. If you miss Saturday night guarantee, you need Second Chance Tuesday.
Watch HBO on Cablevision.
You're going to see right now that the number 23 with the ball as he moves forward, and he's going to give it to Rosario, and that's the way they started the game. Now watch this steal by Sistrunk. Beautiful job as he grabs the ball from Peel. Peel knows he can't touch him or else he's going to foul him for a three-point play.
So second quarter action about to get underway. Sort of been what we expected. Fast-paced and a lot of defense. Harding starts things off in the second quarter with Paul Brown, and he's having trouble. Taylor giving him a hard time. Still trying to get it over the timeline. They do, but it's taken. And as immediately as he took it, Moncrief might have taken an extra step as he was trying to baseball it down the court. And another 5 come in for Harding. It's hard to keep track with the whole set. It's like doing a hockey game. We get our lines all set.
On the fly, Bill.
First line, second line, third line.
Good job that time off of the 1-2-2 defense, and the lead man
he might be
Taylor.
is he one short? Yeah, coach is one short right now. I mean, I know Harding's good, but they can't go without 5 players. I mean, maybe Charlie thinks he can.
Hey, Charlie against Fairfield used all the players he had, Bill, 17.
Oh, no, and he does. Because he really believes, and he sold it on his team. Unity is what makes these teams great, unity and tradition. That ball kicked by Taylor. It goes wide left, but Harding retains.
Well, I don't know if we mentioned the officials tonight. And, Corky Schofield, Steve Donahue, and Vin Hershbeck. Good crew.
What's the matter? Don't you pay attention to what I'm saying?
I know you did.
For Pete's sake. Or is it that you can't hear anymore? Well, again, Harding trying to keep it over the timeline, and there's a walk. Baldwin tried to set himself, but he didn't. He couldn't.
Oh, Vinny Hershbeck says his brother was watching on cable down in Florida when he was doing the Yankee game tomorrow. He's going to tape it, yeah. You know, his brother's a major league umpire.
Yeah, oh yeah, John Hershbeck, of course. Mark.
Yeah, the 3 brothers.
And another steal by Harding. I got to get my thesaurus out to get another word for steal. But that's a layup. And another take by Harding. Making the basket last time was Clemente Lovelace, I believe, or was it Rogers? It was Rogers. He shot off the mark. No, it was Lovelace. 10-8 is the score. 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Taylor with the pull-up. Off the rim, right underneath for the rebound. Couldn't go. Another attempt. Gorham couldn't make it. And now Harding to tie.
Taz Roberts came down big time with that rebound.
Ball loose. That's last touch by Harding and kicked out of bounds. Another 5 coming in for Harding. Here they come.
Bill, when you talk about size, on paper, really, Harding does not match up because you're averaging about 6'5" for the Hilltoppers. But right now, Harding, with their hustle and the constant change over the different units, have held their own ground. And this is the kind of game Charlie wants, a low-scoring game.
Yep. I didn't mention those well-dressed coaches, but Steve Nelson, of course, Damon Lewis. Damon, by the way, an excellent football coach. In his first year at Harding, taking over for Bob Toll, did a good job. Bobby, of course, a great coach, too. Sistrunk with the finish. We're tied at 10.
Once again, Bill, that pressure defense, doubling the team, the guy with the ball, and they have come back to tie it. They've scored 8 points in a row.
Taylor, reverse layup goes.
But that didn't last very long. Terrell Taylor, who scored 36 the other night. And also against Bassick had 29. Comes right back, give the Hilltoppers a 2-point edge.
He's at 5 now. Another steal by the Central Hilltoppers, taking it all the way off the steal. No good by Peel. Coming back with it, Danny Biaz, who outlets it. Wide open, but not seeing him, Sir Snowden. High arcing finish off the mark by Harden. Clarence Harden in the game. Last touched by Bridgeport Central. I believe Warren Harding will retain. There's Jason Holyfield back into the game. He started this game. He's a freshman. Clarence Harden sits down, 6'1" junior.
Well, Charlie was telling me that he wanted to go with Dennis Salmon off the bench, you know, one of his top players, one of the seniors.
There's Sistrunk. Sees a seam to the hole. High arcing shot, no good. The follow, no good. Underneath by Snowden. Last touched by Central, so Harding retains. 12-10 the score. There you see it. 5:15 second quarter.
Once again, Bill, you're right. There's a cap over that basket. They just not have fallen for the president, but they're very much in this ball game. And Coach Charlie Bentley wanted a low-scoring contest and did not want to get into a running game, and he's got that right now.
5 out, 5 back in again. Well, the pass off the inbounds taken, then taken back. Then the shot opportunity by Dominique Jones is knocked out of bounds, so Harding retains. Boy, it's a good thing this is on television. I could not describe this game if it was in another medium. That's a travel by Chaz Rogers. Full crowd here at the Pitt Center at Sacred Heart University.
They go with that pressure once again, Bill. Taylor takes it in the front court.
Dribbling around the pressure, and he lays it up and in. Boy, nobody told Terrell Taylor where the basket was. He just found it dribbling through the pressure. He has 7 of the 14.
But you talk about turnovers already, and it's like 15 Harding and 14 for Central.
We're going to keep Scott Nails, our statistician, quite active today. Almost 30 turnovers in a quarter and a half.
I mean, that shows the intensity of this game. These young men are pumped up tonight. It's actually not only the FCIAC championship, but big-time bragging rights of Bridgeport.
5-second violation. Jones couldn't get it in by the 5, so that's a turnover. And speaking of 5 more coming back in for Harding High. Coach Bentley still bringing in the 5 substitution pattern. I think everybody's played now. Looking down the Harding bench, I think everybody has now gotten into the contest.
Yeah, all the way down to Baez, Sistrunk, Hard, Lovelace, Snowden, Holyfield, Rogers, Salmon, yeah, Brown.
Coach Bentley and staff. There you see Coach Nelson and Coach Lewis in the background, and not wanting to risk a 5-second violation. Travis Gorham asks for and receives a timeout. 4 minutes, 39 seconds to go in our Physicians Health Services High School Game of the Week. This game, of course, is brought to you by none other than PHS, otherwise known as Physicians Health Services, the #1 rated health plan in the tri-state area. In fact, Physicians Health Services has more doctors to choose from than any health plan in the tri-state area. We thank PHS for its continued support of high school sports.
Bill, on that last inbound series, they were unable to get the ball in, and you're going to see Taylor on that last basket that put him up by 4. Look how, I'll tell you, he must have a vertical leap of at least 10 or 12 feet. They've got to cut. They've got to run Bill away from the defender. They did not do that this time. They did.
You know, talking about Terrell and a kid who will play in college, has the opportunity for a 3-point basket off the mark. Rebound Gorham, and he kicks it out. Taylor now sees the seam, lost the ball.
Good job by Brown.
Sistrunk traveling. Antoine Sistrunk, who I was told is the cousin of Otis Sistrunk, the former football player for the Oakland. I don't know if that's true. I couldn't confirm that, but called by Alex Karras from the University of Mars because of the hairstyle. But remember, a shaved head in those days wasn't as prevalent as it is today. Also had a brother, Manny Sistrunk. Wow, look at that little bit of action by Frank Peel before finishing it off, getting it through the cylinder.
Frank Peel had an opportunity to dish underneath as Rosario was on the baseline, but had the room, took it in. Gives the Hilltoppers a 6-point lead.
Paul Brown takes it over. Now Central with the high double. Sistrunk, nice pass, and the beautiful reverse layup by Sir Snowden underneath.
Nice job. He was in the corner of the baseline, Bill, and he got the nice feet as he drove the baseline in for an easy layup.
Well, Gorham trying to dribble through pressure. He does. And that's going to be a backcourt violation because Peel never got over.
Well, that's what the pressure will do for you.
Take a look. Did he make it over in time, Lenny? Let's take a look. Ooh, maybe. Remember, you have to be completely over.
Got to be completely over. He had that back foot, Phil. That was the call by...
yeah, he didn't establish that back foot over the line. But then, didn't last long. Harding couldn't get it because Dominique Jones throws it away. And here come 5 more for Harding, led by Dennis Salmond. Also, Chaz Rogers coming in, and Clarence Lovelace et al.
And there they go with that man-to-man and that pressure in on the inbound. Clemente, Lovelace. Oh, they got nobody guarding the shooter. They're doubling out there, Bill.
Earlier this year, we told you that Harding was beaten by Central, which is such a rarity in Harding annals, recent Harding history. That lead pass by Chaz Rogers gets it, kicks it back out. Now it's Rogers finding the open man, Lovelace. Off the iron, Lovelace hustles, gets his shot back, follows it up, can't finish. And now Gorham fights, but Lovelace takes it from him. And then Lovelace tries to keep it in, he does. Baldwin. Now Lovelace. Just look and enjoy, folks. Just look and enjoy the athleticism and quickness. That's all I could say.
Pure hustle by both teams at that time. Ball changing hands as we're going to get the ball inbounded by Harding as they retain possession. Eddie Petway comes in, replacing Clemente Lovelace.
So Lovelace is had a nice series right there, Lovelace did. All right, so Harding has not had the lead the entire game. They were down 7-2, 10-2, cut it to 10-6, tied it at 10. We're down 16-10. And now tried to get it to 16-14, but Salmon is rejected.
Yeah, Salmon's got to get into that offense a bit more. They depend on him with that 15-point average.
Nice find by Peel. He saw a wide open Rosario, and he hit the 2-pointer. Now Harding with the deep diagonal pass. However, the entry pass taken in the direction of Salmon. Taylor, oh, he couldn't finish. Tried to add a little pastry there. Maybe tried to get a little too creative for his own good, Lenny. I mean, it looked nice. He got great style points, Lenny, but he didn't get 2 actual points.
Bill, you don't look for style points. This is early in the game. He should have just taken it in for the layup. He's looking into the crowd, the tongue out like Michael, and you don't do that. That's why he blew the shot, Bill. He's going to hear it from Barry when he goes to the bench, too, I'm sure.
An opportunity to add to the lead to make it 8. Still at 6, though. Central leads 18-12. Sistrunk jump passes, tries to skip it, but it's taken momentarily by Moncrief, but then he couldn't keep his balance, so he's whistled for the travel as Steve Donahue on top of it.
With that pressure defense, though, like that, that's a very difficult pass to make. You're talking about a 20-foot, 25-foot pass from one end, from one sideline to the other sideline, but fortunately, the ball did go off a Central player, so they maintained possession.
Trying to dribble through the pressure. Harding does. Jump stop. Nice feed underneath, but Salmon couldn't hold it. Salmon could not. He was trying to get it into his hand, thinking perhaps dunk. but lost it in midair.
Once again, Bill, they've got to stop thinking that nice layup. He's sitting down on the baseline. He wanted to, no, it just slipped out of his hands. I thought he wanted to jam it, but it just slipped out, rolled out of his hands.
But Harding retains the basketball as they fight for it. Now fighting through the double team. Ended up falling Chaz Rogers, so another walk is called.
Another turnover.
There's the possession arrow. As you saw the, actually the possession arrow going the way of Central.
The kind of defense you're seeing out here is indicative of the score, 18-12, Central leading.
They get it back on the turnover. The lob pass, no good, but right into the hands of Peel. He can't get it to go. Taylor retrieves it. He forces it up, gets it to go. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Taylor that time stayed with it, even though he got hammered, was able to get the shot to bank in, and he'll go to the foul line as the Hilltoppers take an 8-point lead. You see the ball. Now Taylor takes it, comes back to the inside, and I believe it was number 30, Robert Rogers, that hit him to pick up the foul.
15 foul, and that's the first.
Actually, not many fouls when you look at it, Bill. Neither team near the end of the half here. 5 team fouls.
Well, considering the aggressive nature of this game,
they're letting them play.
Yeah, and they're playing a clean style of aggression too. So 3-pointer the old-fashioned way for Taylor. He has 10 now, and at the lead, the largest of the game for Central. And now Harding asks for and receives a timeout. 1 minute and 8 seconds left. A 20-seconder called by Coach Bentley. Charlie wants to talk it over with his team. He knows this is a key stretch in this game. He only has a minute left in the first half, and he has to not let this game get away from him.
Yeah, Bill, after they've tied it, it's been a 11-2 run by the Hilltoppers. And again, you see Charlie Bentley, the veteran coach, has got several state championships, got 2 FCIACs in only 6 years coming in. And actually, Bill, this is the first time Harding and Central have played for the FCIAC championship. I know they did over the years with the Old Middle Bridgeport Conference, but this is the first time in the Fairfield County Conference they've played for the title.
Part of the great crowd on hand here at the Pitt Center. You can see it right there. Excellent shot of the full. You couldn't fit another body in here.
Packed all the way around.
It is a great facility, by the way, just from the standpoint of watching a game. But the entire Pitt Center, William H. Pitt, donated an incredible amount of money for this center, and it is an absolute beauty and a perfect place to host this. Shot, by the way, no good by Harding. The rebound taken by Central.
Sistrunk just could not get it to fall.
So let's see what Central does before the half. They have 41 seconds. Reggie Graves back in the game. He's kicking it back out. Thinking about it was Peel. And they're going to retain their patience. At least I thought so. Graves shot. He was open. He's a good shooter. Didn't get it to go. Now in transition to lead. Rogers. Boy, Central doing a great job contesting shots too. Wide open Sistrunk. Side jumper goes.
Good job by Paul Brown that time. He saw that he was going to be contested. He kicked it out to Sistrunk, and Sistrunk puts it in.
The difference is 7 with 9 seconds to go in the first half. The steal by Harding. It was last touched by Central out of bounds. So with 4.2 seconds left, Harding can cut the deficit if they can execute a play. We'll see. This has not been a game of run plays. Graves might have twisted an ankle. We'll see. Salmon has it with 3, with 2, with 1. At the buzzer, Sistrunk shot will not count.
I was going to say that, Bill.
So that's it, Lenny. 1 half in the books here. Is this what you expected?
I didn't expect this low scoring of a game, but I expected with the pressure that Harding would put on the Hilltoppers that it would be a closely contested game. And right now, I think Charlie has got to feel very happy for the simple fact is he's not getting blown out of this game.
Well, you saw the coaches as they were heading on into the locker room. We'll talk more about this contest, but first let's step aside and take this timeout. It's Central leading by 7 in our Physicians Health Services High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Pitt Center here at Sacred Heart University. Bill Ganello here. There's the score, 21-14. It is Central in the lead on Harding. Now, Bill Ganello back here as my guest, and here's a guy, he's no stranger to the scene, not only in the FCIAC, but throughout the entire state of Connecticut with regard to high school basketball. Talking about Dave Agostino from the Connecticut Post. And first of all, Dave, hello and welcome.
How are you doing, Bill? Good to see you again.
Haven't talked to you on the air since the football finals that we saw with Darien. But let's talk about this game first of all. Is this what you expected, this up-tempo, fast-paced game?
Well, Harding got the style they want. It's a low-scoring game. You know, I thought maybe the president should have gone for the two-point conversion at the end of the first half, a 21-14 score. But the game is very sloppy, very choppy, and that's what they want. They want to stay close. Terrell Taylor, by his standards, is having a poor game. He's had a few turnovers. He's missed a dunk. I mean, here's a guy that scored 20 or more points in, I think, 17 straight games, and they're really holding him in check right now.
Wanted to ask you about Terrell Taylor and the great contributions that the senior has done. Some people say he's the best player in the state. Where do you rank him with some of the great ones like Marcus Cox over at Colby and others?
Yeah, well, I think to decide who's the best player in the state, first we got to decide who's the best player in Bridgeport. Marcus has had a phenomenal year, but Terrell has been spectacular. He's the leading scorer in the FCIAC. He's been unstoppable at times. Marcus is more of a point guard, a playmaker. It depends really what you like. You know, Terrell plays in a tougher league, but you know, they're 1 in 1A, whoever you want to choose, and they're also best friends, so it's kind of interesting.
Terrell averages almost 26 points a game. What's his college situation like? Some talk he might come here.
Yeah, you know, Sacred Heart would take him in a heartbeat. A lot of the small schools. His problem was at the end of last year, he transferred to New York and finished out his junior year. He came back. Recruiters lost track of him. At this point, he's told me Clemson, UNLV. A lot of big boys are interested. I'm not sure where he'll end up. You know, he could go to prep school. You know, I think the kid, talent-wise, could, you know, you cross out the top 25 teams in the country, he could play anywhere else.
All right, is it too early to talk about baseball? Should we hold off on FCIAC baseball? Okay, we'll save the FCIAC baseball then. But before we let you go, I want to talk about what's going to happen with the second half. Charles Bentley always seems to have a game plan. He has dominated Central as a coach throughout. I mean, it's no disrespect to what the great job that Coach McLeod has done. Here's a guy that's turned the program around in 4 years.
Right.
But he's had his way with them. What's going to happen?
Yeah, you know, it took Central 18 years to beat Harding when they did it in January. And if they're going to beat them again, they're going to have to make big hoops and make baskets, because Harding's going to keep it choppy and play a real sloppy game. And Central, I expect Central to pull this out. I think they're going to make enough shots. And the X factor is Terrell Taylor. He's the best player on the floor. He's the best player in the league. So come crunch time, they're going to give him the ball.
All right, so do we get to talk to you again then during the FCIAC baseball season?
Yes, I want to do an inning, and I want to do an inning for the Bluefish.
Well, he's already dictating policy. I'll have to take that memo back to our producer-director, Scott Victor. Dave, thanks for coming by. We appreciate the time that you spent with us.
Thank you.
Good luck at the Post. Tell everybody over there I said hello. And we'll be back with more in our halftime. Again, it is all Central, but only by a touchdown. They lead 21-14. Back in a moment.
Every night, TLC's the place that moves you. Gets your heart pounding, blood racing, and it's all real. TLC's Adrenaline Rush Hour. Immerse yourself in it. Every night at 8. TLC. Adventures for your mind. Cablevision speeds the Adrenaline Rush Hour to you every night on TLC.
All Travis Porter wanted was to be the best.
If you sit in the back of the bus too long, you think you belong there.
Emmy winners Andre Brower and Rip Torn star in a movie about what it takes to be a champion. Passing Glory. See the world premiere Sunday, February 21st at 8 Eastern, only on TNT, the best movie studio on television.
Watch TNT on Cablevision.
Welcome back to the Pitt Center. There's a great look at the crowd here at the William H. Pitt Center on the campus of Sacred Heart University. The score at the half, 21-14. We're rejoined again by Len Gambino. And Lenny, numbers don't tell a story. I mean, you could talk about turnovers and you could talk about aggressive play, but even though there were a lot of turnovers, the play was quite good. Take a look at some of these numbers.
Look at the field goals, Bill. 7 of 27 for Harding, 9 of 19. 3-pointers, only 1 for Central, and as far as the Presidents are concerned, nothing. Free throws, look at the free throws. I mean, as far as the fouls, we had 5 for Central and only 2 for the Presidents. And for a very intense game, Bill, I was surprised to see only 7 fouls called in the game. So that really comes as a surprise.
You know, Dave Agostino said at the half that Terrell Taylor didn't have one of his, or isn't having one of his best games, but so far my numbers say that he's got 10 points, including 1 3-pointer. Also, Winston Moncrief has 5, Mike Rosario with 4, and Frank Peel with 2. On the other side, a more balanced scoring sheet. Antoine Sistrunk has 6 points. Also, Sir Snowden with 4, and Clemente Lovelace and Paul Brown with 2 each.
And then, Bill, when you talk about 10 points, that's 50% of the points that the Hilltoppers have scored.
All right, second half. We talked a little bit about it with Dave Agostino. What do you think in the second half is going to happen?
I feel that if the pressure continues, Central is not going to pull away from this game. The other thing has been unfortunate for the President. The ball has not dropped. They have been getting the shots, but they got to get the ball to drop. I mean, they've got down by 9 after being very close, Bill. They're doing very well with the rebounding.
Anticipate any changes from a coaching perspective?
Not really.
No.
I really don't. I still anticipate Charlie is going to go pressure defense all over the floor. I think you may see a little more double, a little more triple, a little better job by the team as far as coming up court compared to what they did the other night. But they cannot get in a running game. If they start to get in a running game with Central, it could be sayonara.
We'll have to wait and see. Second half action in just a moment. We'll have to wait and see how it turns out.
Winter blues got you down? Shop at home and brighten your life with a special delivery from Value Vision. We'll color your world sunny yellow with a stunning new citrine design. We'll even freshen up your home decor with colors so vivid only nature could create. And help wake up your wardrobe with vibrant blues, reds, yellows. Chase away those winter blues. Take a look at us today on your local cable system.
They're talking back on pay-per-view.
I'll give you a hint. I'm cute, I'm furry, and I make 500 babies a year.
Eddie Murphy's got animal magnetism.
Do a little dance, make a little love.
But it's not the kind he wants.
Stop talking to me!
Join in the fine feathered fun. Order Dr. Doolittle.
Don't fix me. I won't look at another female ever. Yo, baby, what's up?
Pay-per-view brings family entertainment home.
All right, we're back here at the Pitt Center at Sacred Heart University. Surprising. Hey, look at
those are game cams right there?
Our guys.
Well, they got us a scaffolding here at the Pitt Center. Like that.
It's beautiful, Bill. Beautiful.
Should rent it to the Bluefish. Part of the crowd on hand here.
Hi.
Hello there. Oh, boy, lots of people here of all ages. Lots of coaches here. Lots of college coaches here on tap, too. And men's and women's basketball coaches from the college ranks. Again, great crowd on hand here at the Pitt Center, and it holds the fans very well. And they've actually even added some sections of bleachers and so forth to fill in the rest of the crowd. And with the court the way it looks, with the construction, you see how it looks, very, very big-time look. Well, game back and forth, Len, and both teams had some proud moments, especially on the Harding side. They used their defense to create some offense.
There's Taylor, Bill. He's going to be double-team on that trap as he gets the ball. There's the steal now. That's Chaz Rogers. He's going to flip it up to Lovelace, and Lovelace goes in with the easy layup, and that was a good job there by him as he avoided the hit by Travis Gorman. Now we're going to come down the other way, and you're going to see Taylor. Oh, that's Frank Peel. Beg your pardon. Frank Peel with the shot. And again, we've had 30-plus turnovers, Bill, in this game, and Central only leading by 7 points.
Part of the crowd here. End zone seats. Crowd coming back in. That means second half action about to get underway. As you can see, the lighting and the structure of the whole place is letter perfect. I mean, this went into this William H. Pitt Center. There you see it right in the middle. But they are making their move to Division I, and they thought, hey, let's make it a Division I facility, and they really done that. This is an interesting facility because those bleachers that you see directly in front of you, as Coach Bentley now giving some last-second instructions, can actually be pulled back, and you can have 3 separate sporting events going on here at one time. That's how large the Pitt Center is.
It's amazing, Bill. I've come in here and I've seen a basketball practice by men and women, and I've also seen them practice in baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how huge this facility is.
That's right. They had a bowling tournament here that was broadcast. So, I mean, that just shows you. It's broadcast on national television. So second half action underway here now as Travis Baldwin, the senior, 5'7", dribbles by the defense by Sasha Iyamu. The pull-up, side jump off the mark, and the cold shooting for Harding continues.
Again, the Hilltoppers did out-rebound the Presidents in that first half.
Iyamu getting some pressure. It's stolen, taken by Baldwin. He'll lay it up and in. His first two of the game.
That's what that trap will do. They'll double you at mid, they'll triple you. And that is what Central has to be aware of.
Iyamu waiting, takes it over. Taylor breaks the double team. That's Michael Petway on him. I don't want to give you the starters for Harding because they may not be in there very long. So we'll just tell them as they're going along. Graves open, but he kicks it out. Iyamu's pass deflected. You see how they contest every shot, Len?
Well, that's what that pressure will do, Bill. They're in that 1-2-2, and they'll double up the ball carrier, and there you get the turnover.
Three-pointer off the mark by Baldwin.
Yeah, Rosario got fouled on that play.
But he or Graves?
Graves, rather, beg your pardon.
No real foul trouble to point out. Harding, Michael Petway has 2 fouls. The foul here was on Dennis Salmon.
Bill, I can't remember a game in high school or college over the years where there were only 7 fouls called. So that's a credit to the officiating. They let the kids play.
Well, you've got 3 terrific officials here. We talked about them earlier. Steve Donnie, the man who just gave the ball in. Corky Schofield, he was the man right in front of you there as the ball was going down court. And, of course, Vinny Hirschbeck, we talked about him. He just blew the whistle now, calling a foul. But ball will be inbounded underneath. 21-16 is the score. We're in the third quarter. There's Vinny Hirschbeck. Vincenzo. Stratford native, resident.
Foul was on Chaz Rogers. That's the second for the Presidents.
Looking to inbound, and whoops. And it's taken. And that's what defense does for you. Defense can give Robert Rogers an easy 2.
Rogers, that's hustle, stay with it all the way, and has brought the Presidents within 3 and another steal.
So Harding's come out with the first 4 points of the third quarter. And Baldwin controls. Sistrunk in the game, by the way, for Harding. Good football player, too. It's a good running back. Sistrunk dribbling through the pressure in the lane. Puts it up. No good. Kept alive momentarily by Rogers. But Rosario takes it down. Taylor. The pull-up. No good. Graves with the rebound underneath. He can't finish. Another opportunity underneath. This time it's Moncrief, but he traveled in the lane.
Harding has come out very strong, Bill, here. They're matching him underneath the boards and not allowing the Presidents. As we're going to take a look, as you'll see, the battle goes on there. Robert Rogers is in there, and Winston Moncrief, and he travels on the play for the turnover.
21-18, another opportunity for Harding to close the gap. Open for the side, way off the mark. The shot by Robert Rogers. Graves takes it up, but it's taken by Harding. In the person of Dominique Jones. Jones behind the arc. Now Sistrunk in the lane. The running right-hander. It's a 1-point game.
Bill, I don't understand how they're letting a Sistrunk, who only goes about 5'8", to drive the middle. They're not clogging up the middle. And he's going to be hit with a foul.
Sistrunk showing you incredible hustle, desire, determination, and effort, and then committed a foul at the end.
Charlie has got decent strategy there. He's opening up the middle, and Sistrunk, who goes about 5'8", as we're going to take a look momentarily, a little later on.
So Taylor now dribbling through the pressure. He'll just take it himself and finishes.
Well, once again, that's what the Presidents have to do, is keep the ball away from him, or he could just take control of the game.
Underneath, there's Rogers. Whistle blows. I noticed that Coach Bentley has calmed down the substitution pattern, probably the guys that you're going to see, and now you're taking them in one at a time now. And Jason Holyfield is in the game. Here you see Holyfield, and again, only a freshman at 6'5". But Taylor steals. 3-on-1. He'll wait and pull up for three. The rebound opportunity by Gorham, but he went over the back to get the foul.
He had 4 the other night, Bill, in that victory against St. Joseph, but tonight he has yet to hit a tray. Actually, we've only had 1 in the ball game.
There's only been 1 made the entire game. By the way, 3 team fouls on Harding and 2 on Central, but now 3 on Central as the violation forces the foul. Coach Bentley bringing the players over. Shooting foul.
Sistrunk is showing a lot of hustle, Bill, as he drives up here to the near side as he's being pursued by Rosario, and he was fouled by Winston Moncrief. But I'll tell you, it's like almost a half a foot difference there. 6'6" and 5'8".
And he gets the shooter's roll. He is the leading scorer for Harding with 9 points, second only to Terrell Taylor of Central, who has 12. The difference is 2. The difference is 1. By the way, the first free throws of the game by Harding right there. 2 for 2. And they're showing some full court pressure, having trouble. Gorham finally gets it in. Jump pass, Moncrief. He had his left foot on the line, but not seen. Taylor's going to be called for an offensive foul. Terrell Taylor ran over Danny Biaz, who just checked in. And they will give the foul on Taylor. Take a look, his second.
And again, that pressure, as you're going to see Taylor coming for, yeah, he put that elbow right into Baez for the foul, the offensive charge.
Again, his second, team 4th.
This is Charlie's game, Bill. He felt if he could keep it a low scoring game, he would have a chance to win his 3rd championship.
Down 1. Salmon tried to keep it alive, still keeping it alive, and actually he was fighting with his own player, and they're going to overrule the jump ball. Steve Donahue, who was the wing official, made the right call, I think.
That's a good call Steve Donahue did make because he was trying to pull the ball away from Baez, and in the process, yes, they did walk.
Yeah, they're changing around the possession arrow. What had happened was Salmon and Biaz were fighting for the ball, and what was a jump ball, but since it's your own player, somebody took a step, but then, hey, Central just giving Harding the opportunity to stay and come back in this game. They throw another one away.
Yeah, Frank Peel unable to handle that inbound pass, and the turnovers continue to pile up for the Hilltoppers.
Chaz Rogers comes in, Danny Biaz. I mean, Harding is a team that right now has its head up and is just playing well. Remember, through the first 4 minutes, Central has only put up 2 points.
And that's what that pressure defense will do.
McLeod hasn't sat down yet. I don't think he's going to sit down.
No, Barry's not sitting.
Salmon underneath, inside out for the lead. Off the mark, underneath the follow. No good, a tip in, count it.
Well, it was either Salmon or Robert Rogers. Either one of the two off of the tip.
They're giving it to Salmon, and just like that, Harding has taken the lead. And then they steal and then a foul. And I think that Barry McLeod is going to have to get a timeout here and sort of recharge his team. And he is. He's asking for, and he receives a timeout. 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter of play. And an excited crowd here at the Pitt Center at Sacred Heart on the Harding side, liking what it's seeing as there they are, Harding up by 1 at 24-23. And Lenny, that's true. They've outscored now Central 10-2 in the first 4:25. The reasons?
Well, the reason has to be the pressure defense, Bill, and that creates the havoc. They've been able to get the steals and open it up where they don't get pressured. And as you're saying, 10-2 gives them a 1-point lead. And I think Central has got to be kind of in shock here right now after going near the end of the half with a 9-point edge. You take a look at the huddle. Now we're going to see the shot by Chaz Rogers. It does not go in. They battle around for the rebound. And there is Robert Rogers. He misses. And now on the tip, they give it to number 25, Dennis Salmon. Here again, you see Frank Peel. Frank Peel with the inbound pass to Steele and the foul. As once again, it is Rogers in the picture. Robert Rogers. By the way, no relation at all. Robert and also Chaz.
Not related.
Well, Barry opted this time, Bill, to go into a half-court offense, not pressure him off the ball.
And interesting choice here. They're going to a basic 2-3 zone right now. It's maybe trying to pack it in, and this is not a bad idea. I mean, not only change the tempo of the game, but also force Harding to shoot from the outside. Remember, this was a team that was, I think our first half numbers had them 9 for 7 for 29 or something along those lines.
Seven for 27.
So with the offensive opportunity now, Harding try to add to its lead, but the ball contested by Central and taken away. Taylor with Chaz Rogers on him. And then a reach-in foul on Chaz Rogers.
Yeah, look for Taylor now, since his team is only down by 1. He's going to try to get his ball club back in the game. They'll inbound directly in front of us, Frank Peel. Baez checks in for Chaz Rogers. That's Rogers' second foul. And the fourth, the team foul for the Presidents.
So off the inbounds, it'll be a deep inbound. And there's Taylor taking it over. Terrell, the lob, finding Rosario. He caught it, and then he'll earn a trip to the line. He almost got the perfect feed and finished it, but he'll try to get it from the line now.
Yeah, good pass, the alley-oop, but he got hit. As you will see, the pass is going to come in by Taylor. Taylor dribbling out on the perimeter. Here comes the pass to Rosario, and he got hit the second time that he went up. Actually, Billy didn't get hit the first time. He just missed the shot.
And he gets it home, and we're tied again. Rosario got off to a hot start. Now he has 5 points. Substitutions for Harding.
That was a quick rest for Chaz Rogers, about 12 seconds, Bill.
And he's joined by Sir Snowden there. Here you see the Harding players coming off. This to give Central the lead. The kids can shoot free throws. It's 25-24. Bridgeport Central has the lead back. They relinquished the lead for the first time in the contest a few moments back.
Bill, during the last 2 games, and they went over.
That ball, excuse me, Lenny, for a quick second. That ball dribbled out of bounds. Actually, it seemed like Diaz had some trouble as he was getting contested. He went out of bounds. You were saying?
I was going to say over the last 2 games against Bassick and right here against Fairfield the other night, I should say against St. Joe's, they shot 70%. The Hilltoppers did from the free throw line.
That ball taken by Harding, and I think they were trying to, and they did successfully save it back in. So they will get possession of the ball back and again an opportunity to get the lead back.
And again, Bill is sitting in that 2-3.
It's a very active 2-3. Look how far they're going out. I mean, they're getting a half-team trap. I mean, that's a jump ball. And this time, it's a jump ball, and the arrow points the Central way. Dave Schultz, by the way, the Fairfield coach, working the scoreboard.
Yeah, his Mustangs eliminated the other night by the Harding Presidents, 41-37. What a job the Presidents did in that game, holding his team to only 6 points in the 4th quarter.
Central, by the way, without the services of Mike McFarland. He's sitting on the bench, but he's had an ankle problem. And
he didn't rest, Bill, for tonight's game.
Well, that pass is unbelievable. Taylor almost made an unbelievable pass. Central will retain possession. The pass was deep, and he couldn't take it over the timeline, so he flipped it over his shoulder towards him. Take a look at it. This is beautiful.
It sure is. Yeah, he got it just before that right foot went down.
The darn ball almost went in.
It did.
It was last touched by Harding and out of bounds, so Central, with the 1-point lead, gets the chance to inbound. Harding stuffing it, 3-4, the inbound's taken. Sistrunk off the hands of Taylor.
Again, good coverage, Bill, off of the break, off of that stack.
How do you prepare for a team like Harding? There's so much defense. Salmon. Diaz loses it, but right into the hands of Salmon, off high. Second opportunity, tried to work for it, but he knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, it rolled off of him, Bill, as he tried to put the ball on the floor. Actually, he should have just taken it and went up with it. He really didn't have to bounce it.
Well, that's defense. I mean, Travis Baldwin is taking every step of the way. Taylor knocks it out of bounds.
I would have thought I'd see 2-3 on Taylor. Now there you go. There you go, Bill.
The double team steal.
He's going to get fouled.
But the official right in front saw Sistrunk with the reach-in violation. Take a look.
Sistrunk has been incredible. You can see him go for the ball, but he came up underneath, and he cannot make body contact in order to do that. You got to hit ball. He didn't hit ball. Yeah, that's the 7th team foul, Bill.
So they're
second
over
for
the limit.
Sistrunk.
And Terrell Taylor, excellent free throw shooter, averaging 25.7 points per game. In this contest, he has an uneven 13. Chaz Rogers comes back in the game for Bias.
Actually, Bill, when you think about it, he's been held to 3 points in this third period.
Now, you notice what he does. He's got a routine. What he does is if he shoots free throws later in the game, we've talked about this before, brings the ball around his back and then does the step and then the shot. And actually, it's a routine that's very successful.
Well, if it works.
That's right. Hey, remember Mark Jackson used to air practice his shots. Salmon travel. Rogers back in, replacing Salmon. 3-point disadvantage for Harding Central. Give them credit. They've come back. They were down by 1 and scored the last 4, and they're going to hit Terrell Taylor with a carrying violation. Something that is hardly ever called these days. Take a look.
We'll see as he comes down. Oh,
yeah, that's a carry.
Yeah, it's a good call.
That's an excellent call.
Vin Hirschbeck made the right call.
I mean, you rarely see that. Of course, he did lose possession and swept it back.
Well, most of the time, Bill, if you got possession, they're not going to call it, but
right.
he did lose possession, as you indicate.
Sistrunk contested on that. Nice defense by Central, as they're picking up the defensive pressure and intensity and doing a fine job with it. Under a minute now to go in the third quarter of play. The Hilltoppers with a 3-point lead. Terrell Taylor. Wow, forcing that one up off the mark, but right into the hands of Rosario. Eight for Rosario, the lead back up to 5 for Central. Under 30 seconds now to go.
Well, Bill, as we indicated before, they were going with the pressure. Now they're going with that 2-3. Since they've gone to that 2-3 defense, the Presidents have had trouble getting the ball to the inside.
With the offensive opportunity, Sistrunk leans in, couldn't get it to go. Shot blocked there on the attempt by Rogers. Good defense. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Taylor will pull up for 3. Off the mark, and that will end the third quarter of play. So a strong start for Harding, but a strong finish for Central. And so after 3 quarters of play, it is Bridgeport Central leading Warren Harding High 29-24. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in our Physicians Health Services High School Game of the Week in just a moment.
There aren't too many second chances in life, so HBO is bringing you Second Chance Tuesday. Because how often do you get another shot at something you missed? Like this, or even this. Every Saturday on HBO, you're guaranteed a new movie. What you might not know is that you get another crack at it Tuesday night. If you miss Saturday Night Guarantee, you need Second Chance Tuesday.
Watch HBO on Cablevision.
24-hour non-stop headlines from CNN Headline News with all the day's top stories every 15 minutes. Up-to-the-minute weather forecasts, business and consumer news, market updates, sports scores and highlights from around the leagues, plus lifestyle and entertainment news. 24-hour non-stop headlines from CNN Headline News.
This high school basketball game brought to you by Physicians Health Services. PHS has more doctors to choose from than any health plan in the tri-state area. Physicians Health Services, of course, a wonderful sponsor to high school sports in our area, and we thank the PHS contributors. Fourth quarter action underway here at the Pitt Center for the Battle of Bridgeport.
And defense has dominated, Bill, as we see the scoring. 10 points for Harding in the last quarter, 8 points for Central, but the Hilltoppers still leading it by 5, I beg your pardon.
Battle of Bridgeport, but I think there's an FCIAC on the line too. The runner and the beautiful pass underneath, and they ran the offense nicely there. Robert Rogers with the 2.
Rogers, a nice job down on the baseline to cut it down to 3.
And that's stolen. Underneath, Rogers fouled on the floor. I mean, it's incredible the limited options that Travis Gorham had trying to get the ball in.
And again, that's that pressure defense where they've come up with another steal, and they've kept themselves in the ball game. The Presidents, that is.
Sistrunk off the inbounds. Chaz Rogers kicks it out. Dominique Jones. There's Chaz. Skip pass to Sistrunk. Gets the move on Rosario. Gets it to Salmon, and he'll go to the line.
A good job that time. He was at the low post, Bill, looking to... He faced a drive, and then he just dished it off. As you can see Sistrunk coming in. He really had no intentions of shooting. Sitting down in the low post right there with Salmon, and he was hacked on the play.
Salmon, I tell you, he made a basket in the Fairfield game in the late stages of the game off a free throw miss. That was a tremendous point in that contest. A key basket late in the game, and that was just a basket on hustle. Salmon misses that one. Reggie Graves coming back in for Central, replacing Travis Gorham.
Still a lot of time, just starting the fourth period, 7 minutes remaining.
Well, Gorham 0 for 2. Hustling for the rebound, though. Salmon comes down with it. He'll take it to the hole again and finish this time. So Gorham missed 2, but now has an opportunity to tie the game.
Phil, I like the hustle. That's what you do. After you take the shot, the free throw shot, you've got to go towards the ball. He did. He battled the first time, the second time. As you're going to see right now, look at him go towards the ball. He's going to come right into your picture. He comes running there as Chaz Rogers. Now here's Salmon. Salmon gets the ball. Wow, look at that. That was Sistrunk did a nice job of blocking out.
Yeah, he's a football player.
Did a good job running a sweep to that side.
This to tie the game. Couldn't finish it. That's last touched by Harding, and no good. So Salmon 0 for 3, but the difference is 1. Substitution. Tyreek Bird coming in for the second time.
Well, Charlie's starting to say, Bill, with his senior group, the team that has really done a good job thus far in this game.
Graves throws it away. I mean, Graves just threw it away. He anticipated Peel going up court. He never did.
Well, Dominic Jones was on him, but they're not on the same page at that time.
So Harding can get the lead back.
Peel was looking to break back, and instead Graves thought he was going to break forward, but he did not for the turnover.
Paul Brown back in the game, replacing Dominique Jones. The inbound, looking, still looking. Finally, Salmon gets it. Dribbling through the pressure, loses it, gets it back, kicks it out. That's Rogers. Shovel pass, couldn't connect with Robert Rogers.
Had the right idea as down low, number 30, Robert Rogers, was open, but could not handle a pass. The Bill, as you look at it, a record of 13-9 for the Presidents, 20-2 for the Hilltoppers, and you would think this would be no contest, but this is a city war.
It's a city war, and it also proves that you see Peel breaking through the pressure. Now Graves on the lob. He lost it, out of bounds, and Central retains. But it proves that you don't need a lot of offense to have a lot of excitement. You see Robert Rogers.
Well, I felt after watching Harding the other night, that after they upset Bill Trinity Catholic and then handled Fairfield, another outstanding ball club, and here you go with another steal.
And another opportunity for Harding to take the lead. Salmon, somebody forgot to cover him. He lays it in.
Hilltoppers lapse that time as the Presidents take the lead for the second time in the game.
6 for Salmon, and it's 30-29. Underneath, Graves to answer back. Tried to. He's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Dominic Jones hacked him on the plays. He was driving towards the basket. So you talk, Bill, you got an 8th seed. You got that kind of record. As we view now the foul, the pass comes inside as Graves is fouled. Good call. Dominic Jones. For Jones,
good foul by Dominic Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an easy 2. Now let him earn. Now Graves is an excellent free throw shooter. He made some key free throws in the late stages of a Bassett game just a couple of weeks ago that were clutch.
Nobody really in foul trouble as Graves. That was his first foul, but the 8th team foul.
Reggie Graves with his first point of the game, a 6'4" senior. We're knotted at 30. This to give the Hilltoppers the lead back. As back and forth we go. Travis Gorham back in the game for Central, replacing Reggie Graves.
Tariq Bird also in there, Bill, since McFarland had to sit this one out with that injury.
Having trouble getting it over. Look at Taylor providing some defense. Skip pass. Sistrunk is open. 32-31.
Bill, he has had a tremendous game. The young man is only 5'8", but he's been a giant out there tonight.
12 points.
Here comes the triple. Here's a steal off of the trap.
So Harding can deal from strength ahead. Cracking the double team. Taylor steals, but then taken back. And then right away, Harding asks for and receives a 20-second timeout. So key stage of the game right here. 5:25 to go in regulation. And it's 32-31. Harding in the lead by 1. I mean, you knew this was going to happen.
I knew, Bill, it was going to be a close game because, as we know, in any sport, defense dominates. And defense has dominated here tonight. For Central, right now, they got to be poised. They were the favorite coming in here, having scored 78 points in the opening round and the semifinal round. This is just a ride for Charlie Bentley and his club. I mean, this is a whole new group of coming in, going way back to the early part of the season.
He said to me, people forgot.
That's
people
right.
forgot it's Harding basket. I mean, this is a team that has developed a tremendous reputation throughout his tenure, of course. And that reputation grows. I mean, this is a school that believes in tradition, and not only believes it, lives it.
Sure do. But Harding can be patient, Bill. They don't have to take bad shots. Good shot.
And they don't.
Chaz.
Oh, Chaz Rogers picked the perfect opportunity to hit his first 2, and then a violation off the inbounds pass. I think, and I'm not sure, but there might have been a violation. He might have not been over. He might have been over the line on the inbounds. I'm not sure. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, he stepped on the line, Bill. He stepped on the line when he inbounded the ball.
Was not completely back, so Rogers trying to answer back, couldn't do so. Rebounded, but then stolen. Pull up, shot off the mark, still alive. Ball still alive. Sistrunk comes away with it. It's 5'8", and now he travels. That brings the crowd off their feet.
Well, those are very close calls, Bill. You know, you're double teaming, and he's trying to pull out of it. As we're going to take a look and see, the battle goes on. There's Sistrunk. Robert Rogers is there.
All right, watch his feet here. Did he? Yeah, he shuffled.
He shuffled.
Sure did.
Excellent call.
He shuffled as he's trying to go through. And now Sistrunk trying to take it from Taylor. He does. But then just like that, is it a foul called? Yes, it is. Terrell Taylor, as Sistrunk went for the steal and got it. And then Taylor tried to take it back and call a timeout. Didn't work.
We'll see Sistrunk. Now he's going to go for the ball. That's a good call. Now Taylor is going to follow. As long as you don't touch body build going for the ball, that's a legitimate steal. And Taylor was trying to call a timeout.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure he actually fouled him, but it was ruled a foul on, as the ball was scrambled on the floor. So now it'll be Sistrunk to the free throw line to try to give Harding its largest lead of the game.
Talk about upsets, Bill. That would be, I mean, there's still a long way to go. 4:46 in this game. The third upset along the tournament trail as he makes the first.
Sistrunk. There's the Harding partisans. Coach B, Mr. B and staff, as the kids call him. 1 for 2 by Sistrunk. The difference is 4. Gorham will go to the line. Good, strong, hard foul by Salmon. It's clean. Making Gorham earn a trip to the line.
He's got to make the 2 shots, so not a bad call. Nobody's in foul trouble. You see the long pass as Salmon comes in, jumps over the top and hacks him. Good job by the camera guys, Bill. Beautiful.
That's Nick DeVita Cam. There he is right there. Did you see the Sacred Heart basketball team in the background? Coach Dave Bike is here, by the way. First points of the game for Gorham.
I'll tell you, he'd be very happy since Terrell Taylor Sr. would come here to Sacred Heart University.
Love to have him.
Going D1 next year, the Pioneers.
Full-time, full-fledged D1. They had about 9 games this year in Division I, including Nevada, Las Vegas, coached by a former Sacred Heart University player in Billy Baina. Difference is 2, by the way. 4:30 to go in the contest. Chaz Rogers. Sistrunk. 4-point lead.
Sistrunk has been able to drive the middle. Nice leap to get up over the top of Graves and put the lead back to 4.
Taylor spinning, and they're going to whistle him for a travel. And now Barry McLeod wants to call timeout to get his team reset and refocused. A timeout is called. An excited Harding team, a team that nobody believed in, shows you that defense plus desire can do damage. Take a look.
Sistrunk on him. Let's see, stops. Yep. Yeah, good call. Good call.
Depends where he picked up his dribble, but they say he picked it up before the spin. So that works in the NBA, but doesn't work here. And
well, you were able to take that step and a half in the NBA, Bill.
High school game of the week, our Physicians Health Services game, is brought to you, of course, by our friends over at PHS. Physicians Health Services is the #1 rated health plan in the tri-state area and has more doctors to choose from than any health organization. Physicians Health, of course, our good friend, and has provided us sponsorship for these high school games, and we appreciate it. Take a look at Sistrunk and what he did on the last offensive end.
The little guy, Billy, only goes 5'8". Look at him drive the middle as he gets up over the top of Mike Rosario, who is 6'5". Unbelievable. That's why I always like football. That's why I like football players, Bill, playing basketball.
Well, you'll see him again. It's the junior.
How many 5'8" guys are going to drive the middle against that crowd?
He's fearless.
They can take their time, Bill. They can be patient. Just watch for the trap.
And they're going to call a jump ball. Well, you know, here's something that, and on the alternate possession rule, it will go Central's way, but here's something that Harding has to guard from. And that is, they can't think in terms of being non-aggressive. I mean, they have to stay, they have to keep their tact. They have to stay what they've done the whole game, which has been aggressive. They try to settle it down now, that could cause trouble. Gorham with the receiving pass, and they're going to hit Salmon with a foul.
They've done just that, Bill. They're setting up originally in a 1-2-2. And then that left wing this time happened to be Dominique Jones. He'll come over and help Sistrunk off of the trap, but there was the foul.
Big Travis Gorham. Boy, I tell you, he's got Coach McLeod's got, he's 2 coaches standing now. on their side.
They've done a real good job on Terrell Taylor, Bill.
Tremendous effort. Remember, he had 10 points in the first half, only 4 in the second. There's Berry.
He hasn't scored a point. Terrell hasn't scored a point this quarter yet, the fourth quarter.
No, he hasn't. Like he has 1 field goal in the second half.
In the second half.
Gorham to cut the deficit to 2. Gets the shooter's roll. And Greg Bernard, we haven't seen him at all. And I'm surprised by that.
Well, looking for maybe a little more quickness, Bill.
I haven't seen Sasha Iyama in quite a while either. And they're going to hit Sistrunk with a travel. Again, he's trying to beat the double team pressure. And he must be moving the feet.
They're going to start to need a little help on that, Bill, because once you stop, somebody has got to come back to the ball, or else you're standing there and you're going to get the jump ball, or you're going to get the change of possession.
Taylor with Sistrunk all over him. Now double team. Bernard. Gorham. He got it hit by Salmon, and it goes out of bounds off of Gorham, so Harding gets a chance. 3:20, and they're up 2. There you see the score.
And Harding backs up again to Bill with, right now they're going with a 1-2-2. They're looking to set up the trap. But Jones is going to need help.
Well, look how deep it is, and they take it all the way out. Dominique Jones. 3 minutes to go in the game. Taylor going for the steal. Salmon. Kick it back out, so they're staying patient. And they did this against Fairfield in the latter stages of their semifinal game, and they executed very well.
Well, they can be patient, Bill. They have a 2-point lead in the way their defense has been playing as Dominique Jones calls a timeout. And a good call, Bill, because he was going to be double teamed.
So with 2:35 to go in the game, there you see the difference. It's a deuce. Coach Bentley, the President's 13-9 this season, as Lenny Gambino pointed out. The Hilltoppers of Bridgeport Central are 20-2. Had a great record all year long.
We've also been told, Bill, that if Harding does go on to win this game, the first time an 8th seed has ever won the FCIAC championship. Central has never won one, Bill. Actually, this is the first one they've been in.
Bridgeport Central 15-2. They have a state championship back in the mid-70s. Then program was competitive, but certainly not dominating until McLeod came. And like I said, in 4 years, in 5 seasons.
In the early 90s, every time I was around Charlie, I'd be covering Stanford High School, and Stanford came back in the final quarter in the state championship in the early 90s. To defeat Charlie. Charlie says, Lenny, you're bad luck. No, I don't want to see you at a game. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Let me tell you, so I've been saying that to you for years.
That was a great comeback by Jim Moriarty's club.
Sure was. That was what, 91?
91, yeah, up at Central Connecticut.
Well, they always are, yeah. Maybe someday the state games might be played down here.
I hope so.
You can make a good argument for it with this facility, although Central's a nice one also. So it's 37-35 with 2:22 to go. Sistrunk tried to jump pass it out. It's deflected by Bernard and out of bounds. So they retain.
See, that was the other thing too, Bill. Off of that man they were playing, now they went to that 2-3 zone. They have shut down Sistrunk driving the lane, and you got a 5'8" player, you know, who's a gutsy player driving up on the inside on 3 6-footers. 6'5", I should say.
Clock shows 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Remember, there's no shot clock, so they can be as patient as they want to be. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's the old North Carolina style of 4 corners, Bill.
Spreading it out.
But with the 35-second clock in college ball, that went out the window.
Yeah, it did, absolutely. 1:45. Sistrunk kicks it out. They're probably imploring. They want Central to foul them.
Well, he's got the 5 seconds there to move the ball, which they are. And you know, Bill, that's not a bad strategy because talent-wise, Coach Bentley knows he can't match up against Central, so not a bad strategy. Sure, the Central fans are going to boo, but he's doing what it takes for his team to win.
Dribbling by, Sistrunk finds the opening, kicks it back in the lane, they kick it out again and reset. 1:15 to go in the contest. There you see the score in the lower left. Finally, they implore Bernard to foul Sistrunk. I don't think that's the guy to foul. And
Barry
they
McLeod
successfully killed the clock, Lenny, for about 1 minute and 20 seconds.
Sorry for bumping in on you, Bill, but McLeod was stamping his feet on the far side. We might have a look at it, as you're going to see. And he's right there, number 15. Greg Bernard he's stamping his feet, Barry, to foul him, he's going.
So the difference is back up to 3. Sistrunk makes it. There you see Jones coming in the game. He replaces Paul Brown. There's Antoine Sistrunk looking for his 17th point. Didn't get it. And that's a pass that's taken. Somebody for Central not looking up. And so finally Rosario has to foul. But they have just been taken out of their game. And they have picked the wrong time to lose their poise. They have to get it back. There's 59 seconds to go in the game. And Central is down 3.
And ironically, Bill, too, with 10 fouls there, they're going to get 2 shots now every trip. You're going to see now as it's number 32, Gorham, who passes it up, and it was at number 30, Robert Rogers with the steal.
Well, he didn't get the first one to go.
But he gets 2, Bill, because of the 10 team fouls. You know, everybody was looking at the Terrell Taylor. I think the guy, number 42, shooting at the line could be your tournament MVP.
Well, he's played a heck of a game to date. Makes 1 of 2. The difference is now 4. And Central, again, they still have plenty of time. They're down only 4, 58 seconds to go. In transition, Rosario, he last touched it. It went out of bounds.
What a beautiful job by Robert Roberts at that time. He just tipped it, and it rolled off of number 33's fingertips, Rosario. And the Presidents will get possession with 55 seconds remaining.
Take a look.
Here's a long pass by Bernard.
Yeah, he touched it.
He just got it off his fingertips. Good job. 55 seconds.
And I'm surprised the crowd is filing out. I'm surprised. I mean, you guys, they should know better. But you know what? What we've seen has been an absolute tribute to what defense and teamwork and basketball really is. If you can contest, it doesn't matter how much talent you have.
Bill, if you would have told me that Terrell Taylor would not have gotten the shot here in the 4th period, it's hard to believe.
Hey,
I could not believe
that's why you don't play these games on paper. I mean, that's why you play these games on the court. It just doesn't happen to Central and the Harding. I mean, this happens at every level.
Well, that's why Charlie, as we indicated, top of the cast, Bill, he was going to go with his pressure defense. He knows talent-wise he cannot match up, and his defense has done a superlative job.
I was playing golf with a guy over the summer who said he played for Charlie. He said, I played with Charlie when he didn't know how to coach. He was a cheerleader. So I said that to Charlie. I was like, who said that? And I can't remember who said it.
Here's Central, 16 turnovers here in the second half to 9 for Harding. And they got a foul right away now, Bill.
They do.
He's got a foul.
And they do right away. So Rogers gets the inbounds and immediately hacked by Gorham.
There you see Barry McLeod and his staff. Barry's been up the whole game.
Well, first one missed. So again, Central still has a sniff. I mean, they're not out of this one yet. There's 53.5 seconds left. You have a great player in Terrell Taylor and a great supporting cast. So by no means is this one over. And these guys are fighting for bench strength.
Well, they were excited, Bill, the other night when they beat Fairfield.
Well, 5 players, 4 seats, Len. Well, Taylor runs in transition with the pull-up. He makes it.
That's his first basket, only 16 points. He's been held to 6 points here in the second half, 2 buckets and 2 free throws.
So
and again, they got a foul, right, Bill?
Rosario, 38.6 now to go. Now it's going to come down to a free throw shooting contest, and they can execute. There's the eager Harding bench, and again, I think there's one less, and there's look at the little, you see the little kid at the end too. First free throw attempt by Dominique. So boy, I tell you, the sophomore guard, I didn't even know he was left-handed until right now. I mean, he hasn't taken any shots yet.
Well, I look up at the scoreboard. That was the final score that Harding beat Fairfield.
Yes, it was.
41-37.
Well, the lower scoring the game, we said this earlier, the lower scoring the game, the more work in their favor. They mean, of course, Harding. Difference now 5 with 38.6 seconds.
Look at those Harding fans pile there in the corner, Bill. You can see on your screen. They're ready to come out onto the floor here for that championship.
Well, looking to get it in, Gorham. He does. Moncrief. Now Bernard. Doesn't get the pull-up to go, and right away they'll foul. 25.1 seconds left.
Jump ball. Possession arrow should be...
oh, that's actually a jump ball.
Should be Central ball, or rather Harding ball.
It was not a foul. It was a jump ball, and as you pointed out, on the ultimate possession, it is going Harding's way.
If you would have told me, Bill, that Central would have been held to 37, 38 points, I would have never believed you.
Taylor fouls. Chaz Rogers will go to the line to shoot free throws.
I mean, still don't count this out yet, Bill.
No, it's a two-possession game still, Len.
When you got a guy like Taylor out there, boy, he could bang it up there from the three-point land. But then again, the way that defense has played for Warren Harding, I mean, Charles Bentley, you cannot say enough about him tonight, what he has done with that team. And I think for some of the younger people, Bill, or any other high school kids watching the game, everybody wants to play. He's played 17 guys, and look what it has shown. He's on the verge of his third championship here in the FCIAC.
He's like, well, I want to play. Give him hey, look, when you're a team, that's what happens. Rebound attempt. Taylor had it, lost it. Last touched by Harding, and so Central will get possession. 19.7 seconds to go. And the difference is 6. So it's a two-possession game now for Central. They're going to work to get that clock up and get the shots off.
And they have not backed off, Bill. They have pressured the whole ball game. With the trap, you know, at the half court, with that 1-2-2, triple trapping up at midcourt. And it has played havoc with Central, and they've kept the ball away from Taylor.
13.7 seconds to go. The difference is 6. Taylor will force up a 3. Air ball, rebound. Jones, he's fouled.
Well, that's the ball game right there. If he had hit that 3, I would say they still had an opportunity. But with 9.7 seconds, this defense is not going to collapse.
So, I mean, the crowd is going to go nuts. We'd like to get a post-game interview, but I don't know if, hopefully the crowd's going to let us. I think they're about seconds away from engulfing this court. Second one goes. The difference is 8. So talk about Harding picking the perfect time of the game to take their largest lead. Terrell Taylor will take it down with 3 seconds. Doesn't get it to go. With 0.5 seconds left, they're already started the celebration. They're trying to clear off the court. I mean, this one is over. But all that matters now is they're trying to restore order.
Bill, I think the scoreboard clock showing 5/10 of a second showing.
Taylor's walked off the court. Taylor's left.
Yeah,
Terrell Taylor left.
Yeah, there's still 5/10 of a second left as Steve Donahue chasing the fans off of the court.
Well, it's a beaten team, and deservedly for Harding, give them all the credit. I mean, how about this effort? An 8th seed is a half a second away from pulling off an amazing finish. Picking the perfect time of the year to play their best basketball. The Warren Harding High Presidents are the winners. The Presidents are the champions of the FCIAC. with an impossible, some thought, way to get there. The 8th seed, and deservedly so, winning the FCIAC championship. What can you say?
Hey, Bill, that's the first time that has ever happened in the FCIAC, and I'll tell you, what a great job this team has done, and as we indicated before just a couple of minutes ago, this is what team unity is. 17 players. They did it against Trinity Catholic. They did it against Fairfield the other night, and here tonight against a powerhouse Bridgeport Central as they go on to win their 3rd championship in 6 years.
All right, we'll be back with more in our post-game show. But first, let's step aside and take a timeout. There's the victorious coach, Charles Bentley. We hope to have on in a moment the presidents, the champions of the FCIAC. We'll be right back.
I like to draw a warm bath and put on some soft jazz. I enjoy studying the periodic table.
I have a dollhouse at home, and I like to play with the furniture and rearrange the clothes.
Actually, I like to put on a red sweater and look at my old high school yearbook.
I really like to lay on the love seat and drink flavored coffee. And, you know, maybe go play football with the guys, of course.
Watch ESPN on Cablevision.
I'm Ben Stein. I don't sing. However, I do enjoy fierce competition and the advancement of knowledge, both of which you'll find in abundance on my TV show.
Win Ben Stein's Money is a new game show for those who stayed awake in class. It pits contestants against Ben Stein, the first game show host with the guts to put his money on the line. Win Ben Stein's Money every Monday through Thursday at 7:30 and 11:30 p.m. at Comedy Central.
Watch Comedy Central on Cablevision.
Over the years, Larry's talked to almost everybody. Guests later, he's the undisputed king of talk. Larry King Live, weeknights 9 Eastern on CNN.
Searching for Fox suspense, Fox comedy,
Ain't it?
Fox action. Searching for the power of Fox shows? You'll find it on FX. Fox Gone Cable.
Well, welcome back to the Pitt Center here at Sacred Heart University. Bill Ganillo with the post game. A lot of people thought it was impossible, but I think Antoine Sistrunk Jr. didn't think so, and I think that a lot of people here didn't think so. So I'll tell you what, let's bring him on. Some of the reasons for the victory tonight. I'm going to start off with Coach B, Charlie Bentley. First of all, Charlie, congratulations, another FCIAC title. Got to ask you about this effort.
Well, God is good. We came in underdogs, and we came out and we did what we had to do. We played hard. Kids worked hard. We didn't give up. The defense, I think we shook them with the defense, and Antoine was there to make a couple of big plays down the stretch, and then we made foul shots, and that's something that we don't usually do, but I guess we do whatever we have to do to win. And I
noticed early on that you had the opportunity to do some tremendous things defensively. You held Central to 8 points in the third, 8 points in the fourth quarter. What was the game plan?
Well, we want to wear them down, you know, let the court, it's a big court. We wanted to make turnovers. We know that they wasn't used to pressure, and we put the pressure on them, but Central did a nice job against us. They held us to 2 points for the first quarter, for the first 6 minutes, and then once we snapped out of it, I think that was the difference.
Well, you're holding this wonderful trophy now, and I have to ask you, as you look at the plaque here in front of you, you know, you've always dealt from strength, but this was the year that nobody gave you any credit. What does this feel like right now, coming away the champion?
Like I say, God is good. You know, a lot of people gave up on us. Central's a very talented team. A lot of our fans went over to them. Now maybe they'll come back. And you know, how soon they forget. You know, we won 10 state championships. This is our third FCIAC championship. So I'm happy about this. And this is a team that, you know, the kids, they didn't give up. They believed in me. They believed in themselves. And that's the difference.
Okay, Charlie, thank you. I know you got some busy people over there, so I'm going to grab a couple of your players. Okay, first I got to bring on Antoine Sr. and Jr. here. Antoine, I have to ask you, I talked to these two gentlemen. I'm going to bring on Antoine Sistrunk first. Nobody believed in you guys, but you won it.
Yeah, well, we came out struggling in the first half. Coach Bentley told me when I get on the court, I got to think. That's the problem I have on the court. I always was physical, but he told me I had to work harder to help us win. He said, I got to help, I got to put in, I got to do this, and I got to do that. And the coaching staff is always on me. You got to hustle. You got to be the spark, and that's what I did tonight.
Talk about the defensive effort. You had a great offensive game, but how about the defensive effort from a team standpoint?
Well, after a while, people from my team give me energy. I see a shot go up from one of my players, that fired me up to get out there and get that inside hand in there and get to the outside. And I made big plays off of that. It's my teammates that fired me up and the coaching staff telling me to stay in it.
And lastly, you believed in yourselves. You had to show everybody. What does it feel like now?
It felt great. Everybody doubted us. Nobody thought we was going to be here tonight. And the paper 50 to 70, that's 20 points. That made us even matter. So we just felt that we had to come out here and we had to prove something. We had a lot to prove tonight, and we proved it.
You did. Okay, join the party again, Antoine. We appreciate it. Okay, I got to bring on Dennis Salmon. Dennis made some tremendous spots. He's been used to being an FCIAC champion. Of course, he had a run with Norwalk, now, of course, with Harding. What does it feel like to come away with a victory when no one thought that you guys would even be here, let alone win it all?
It feels good, you know, because we wasn't even thinking about what everybody else thought. It was all about our team. Like I said, we stick together as a family. You know, Mr. B just told us to block everybody else out and dig.
Okay, I have to ask you about the defensive effort that you had, and we're seeing some defense here. Take a look. Here you are underneath with the finish. That was the key play in the game. Talk about that series where you were down by 2. You came back, you cut it to 1, then you took the lead.
I don't know. It just came to me, you know. It was all about hard. We had to dig. It was a gut check. We just had to play real hard.
It did. Okay, lastly, what does it mean for you to climb this mountain? What does it mean for your teammates?
The mountain is now, we're not all the way at the top yet. We still got stakes to go, you know what I'm saying? This is just another step we took. We got to keep going.
Okay, and you're
keep going from here.
All right, well, thank you. Congratulations the rest of the way. Dennis Salmon. Okay, so I guess the perfect ending, right? A team that was the 8th and last seed coming away with the upset victory. Congratulations to Warren Harding High and, of course, to Bridgeport Central. They also played a tremendous effort. But this one goes the way of the Warren Harding High president. So for everyone here, including our producer-director, Scott Vigdor, and the entire team, as you see the emotion, Terrell Taylor, of course, obviously unhappy. He had a fine game, but his team on the short end of a 45-37 score. So for everyone in front of you, Bill Ganello along with Len Gambino and our statistician Scott Nail saying thanks for watching our final broadcast of the Winter FCIAC season. It was Harding, the boys basketball champions, over Central. For Scott, Len, and everyone at Cablevision, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the spring for more high school sports action. Till then, so long.